Hey everyone, welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. We are moving on to day 16, and I couldn't help but do one more of these big, bold sketches, like design shapes that I've kind of been doing for the last 5 days. I had to get one more in because I love them. There's something about them that I just find really fun and playful, and it really kind of makes the layout easy because they're such a bold shape that your photo kind of just slips into place. You add a few embellishments and you're done. Except I don't necessarily go the simple route with this one at first. So I line up my papers, try to figure out where I want them to go. It changes in a minute anyways. But I put them down and I was thinking to myself, I really like this. I think it's kind of what I was going for. I'm going to put the blue stripe down at the bottom. But I felt like it was missing something, and I thought maybe some mixed media would be kind of the way to go. And so you're going to see me kind of play and decide where my photo is going to go. It does end up going right where you see it in the end. But I'm thinking now, okay, I like this. I'm going to grab my pencil, mark down where they're all going to go. I'm going to get out my gesso down my paper. It's a pretty decent, it's not like the thick paper that I've been using, but it's not the back side of it isn't pattern paper, so it holds mixed media pretty well. And I'm going to bring out my watercolors that I haven't actually used in a while, and I kind of forget about them, but I bring them out and I mix 3 colors together to kind of create the colors that are in this Amy Tan collection that I'm using. And yes, the triangles were already cut out because this is one of the layouts that I had pre-planned, and I spent a day and a half, 2 days kind of just going through my supplies and my photos with the sketches in front of me and kind of just creating mini page kits, just the start of them, so just like the pattern papers, or just to get an idea going, so when I go to record all of these I could go about it a little bit quicker. And this is what one of them was, and it was using up this Amy Tangerine line that I love so much, and I wanted to get one more layout in with it, and it's kind of a bright, bold one that's a little outside of my comfort zone, to be honest with you. I don't normally go this bold. I'm more of a Maggie Holmes, Dear Lizzie. I would say I'm Dear Lizzie bold, but I'm not Amy Tan bold. Anyways, so doing that, I wanted to bring out some mixed media, and I created this really neat, it kind of turned into a circle in the end, and I loved it, but it really isn't working with what I wanted to go with. So I thought maybe I could rotate it and put them on the off angle, and that wasn't working. So I'm going to put that aside, and you will see that on another layout on another day because I have a really good idea for it. And then I think maybe I'll pull out some pink because there is pink in the line, really subtle, and I thought maybe that would help bring it out. Yeah, I don't like that. I think it's because it's a stripe, it just doesn't work, but no, I don't like that at all. So I go back to just plain old white, and I'm flipping this over just so you get the point that I'm going back to white. I don't use the back side of this pattern paper, but I'm okay with this. I'm like, oh, okay, white is what I need. I just need to go with it. And I'm thinking all right, I'm going to stitch things down and be fine. And I'll just start working on my title and all of that. And then I remembered I still have just a tiny bit of this collection that I got from a Michael's Hot Buy pad that was called Santa Fe, I believe. And it's got the same color tones to it. And this piece had already been trimmed down, and so it fit perfectly with a little white border, and now this makes me happy. I am good with this, and putting that dark navy strip down at the bottom really just gave it a nice grounding, and everything is working. I love it. I go ahead off camera, and I'm going to do a zigzag stitch that actually worked correctly. My sewing machine worked for once. And I do it in the navy as well, and I stitch down the navy at the very bottom with the little stripe down there, and I start working on my title. Now, I am using the word sweet. That is from a Maggie Holmes thicker thing that I've had for the longest time, and it's that green color. I'm not really sure how I was going to use, but it went with this, and so I grabbed it and ran with it because I really don't know how else I was going to use it. And then to give it that nice pop of contrast, I'm using the word summertime in a red glitter alpha that normally I use for Christmas, but I just felt like it just worked, and it worked with the word sweet. And even though it's separated, you can see I moved it down to the bottom, it all just kind of works. So then I just finished things off by adding a whole ton of chipboard. I like went into my summer themed chipboard stuff and just kept pulling things and pulling things. I do edit it out just a little bit, and then you'll see in my final video like how I changed it up a little bit. I added a bird at the top that I switched to a flamingo to kind of bring it down between the banner and the frame that I used, because there was something missing. There was that big kind of white space there, and it just wasn't pleasing to my eye. So adding the flamingo there, and I think I add the year 2017 and a couple florals, and that just really helped. And I also take away that gold palm leaf that you see me messing with right now. That goes away. And I also did not like that big white gap up there above the word sweet. I thought maybe my journaling could go there, but it didn't really work. And so I went, and I happened to have one of the 6x6 pads with the Amy Tangerine same line with the words, and I just trimmed it down and put it right on top. So that all kind of worked out and flowed together. And like I said, when you do these things with these big bold shapes and you do go the simpler route, it's quick. Like if I had just done this to begin with and didn't try to do my mixed media, it would have been super fast. So here's a look at my final layout. It's just a photo of us in the summer. It was nothing really. It's just a cute photo of myself and Sean and Nora, and I wanted to scrap it. And there you go. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.